Yes, another day, another siren, another call in, another walk home for the boxing junkies. Little depressed here, but the doors are open, folks. The doors are open. That's what the siren is. Bring on home the boxing junkies. This is the Double RT Boxing Show. I am your host, Mr.A, the Ready Talk Boxing Show. For you new viewers, the screen looks a little weird because this is a Mr.A segment of the show where we just talk about subjects, and today is the Miller failed drug test. Now, why I'm disappointed in this, I've been saying on this show for like almost a year now, I had Miller upsetting AJ. I thought he was going to outwork him. Now we know why. I just thought he was going to gas him out and just surprisingly just outwork him. You know, I was rooting for my American fighter. You know, that's what I was doing. I was rooting for the American fighter. You know, hopefully, you know, see him and Wilder. You know, American showdown. But if he does not get the fight, who should get the fight? Who's the replacement, right? That's the big question. Chocolate and papaya, folks. That's the protein for today. Papaya, frozen papaya, and chocolate protein shit. Hope I didn't get a bad batch. Hope I didn't get some Miller shit. You know? Hey, I'm not a fighter. Give me some Miller shit. Now, I'm pissed off. I wanted to see that fight bad. I really wanted to see that Miller fight. Now, who is the replacement? I believe everyone wants Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz deserves a shot. He deserves that shot. Yeah, he got that shot against Wilder. But you know what? Let him cash in how he somehow got screwed over by the WBA. You know, we all know that story. We all know and remember Luis Ortiz being the number one for Anthony Joshua. We remember Klitschko talking and telling the WBA, well, if I fight AJ, put that belt on the line. You know, and Eddie Hearn saying, oh yeah, Luis Ortiz, I signed you, but I promise you, because you are mandatory, if you let Klitschko fight AJ for the WBA belt, which you are in line for, if you let Klitschko step over you, we promise you the next shot at the WBA. Never happened. Never happened. Then Luis Ortiz, we know he did his failed drug test. And remember how they kept saying, oh, he needs to be banned. He needs to be kicked out of boxing. You know, but not Povetkin, though. Not Povetkin. Fight him. But Luis Ortiz banned. You know, and not only was that, it went a step further. You know, they publicly said, I believe they even reacted on it. I mean, not reacted. I think they even acted on it. They publicly said they're going to ask if Luis Ortiz will be removed from the WBA. And I believe the WBA did it. They straight, yes, Joshua called us and Eddie Hearn, and they're like, hey, a drug test is failed. That's our mandatory. Can he not be our mandatory anymore? Even though he failed a drug test for the WBC, not for the WBA. He failed a drug test for the WBC. Luis Ortiz failed a drug test for the WBC. Luis Ortiz failed a drug test for the WBC, but got removed from number one by the WBA with the request of Matchroom Boxing, Team Hearn, and AJ. So it would be nice to see that fuck up fixed. Give the man what you signed him for. The screw job. You screwed him over. You signed him so he wouldn't get near Joshua. You saw how close he was as a mandatory. You signed him and you screwed him. So it will be great to see Luis Ortiz get that shot for two reasons. One, it's a hellified fight. It's a hellified fight. So much threat on each side. AJ knocking out Luis, Luis knocking out AJ. And number two, get the fuck rid of Luis Ortiz. You know, tired of, not that I'm personally tired of talking or seeing him fight. I'm tired of saying Luis Ortiz deserves a shot. Luis Ortiz deserves a shot. Someone give the motherfucker another title shot. You know, Deontay Wilder gave him a shot, and he gave a great performance. Almost got him out of there, but Deontay Wilder showed his chin and withheld. Now, as you see in the thumbnail, there is a shadow figure. A shadow figure. Now, Manuel Char is coming out saying he's a deserving opponent. And you know what? Right here on the Double RT Boxing Show, what we do, we talk the rankings, number 1 through 15. In our show, that's the lingo, best versus the best, the 1 through 15. And we talk about the belts, the intercontinental belts, the national belts, how they climb that ranking. Now, that being said, my whole purpose of the show is I cannot shit on Manuel Char being an opponent. That's what my show is about. You know, climbing the rankings and earning a title shot. Has he earned a title shot? But he's up the rankings and he has that belt. So I can't just shit on my whole purpose of my show and say Manuel Char doesn't deserve a title shot. What about the WBA gold? Joyce. I'm pretty sure the world will take Joyce over Manuel Char. Over Luis Ortiz? Probably not, but it'd be an easier pill to swallow. Joyce, Manuel Char, 2 possible toss-ups, but that's not the shadow figure I'm talking about. You know, Big Baby Miller was 6'4" with a 78 reach. Joshua was 6'6" with an 82. I believe it was an 82-inch reach. So my shadow figure, who I think is going to get this replacement fight, he had a good 2018, a very good 2018. A shocking victory. He is an American. He defeated a ranked heavyweight. And his attributes are, he's shorter than Big Baby. He's 6'2", but with a longer reach, 79.5. And if you're not sure who I'm talking about yet, he's even a champion. Like I said, right here on the Double RT Box, we talked the belts. And the guy, the shadow figure I'm talking about, he has the IBO Intercontinental belt, I believe it is. I believe it is the Intercontinental. Where is it? The Intercontinental, yes sir. Yes sir. And the WBA International Heavyweight Championship. So he has an Intercontinental IBO, the WBA International. So he has jewelry. He's coming off a very productive 2018. Picked up victories, jewelry, and now we will go into his rankings, folks. Are you starting to guess who I'm talking about here? Do you know? You know, hit the thumbs up if you know. Leave a comment in below if you know, even though it's not live. But now the rankings. He is number 12 by the WBA International Champion. He is number 10 by the IBF. So he is a ranking. So all that information, it does sound like a nice feeling opponent, right? Number 10, number 12, coming off 3 impressive victories in 2018. Picked up 2 belts. Who are we talking about, folks? Who are we talking about? One last clue. The fight was June 1st. Big Baby Miller and Anthony Joshua. The shadow figure that I'm talking about, he has a fight coming up with no opponent. May 25th. The guy is already training right now. He's in the gym training for a fight right now with no opponent. So there's no step aside money. He could slide right in because he doesn't know who he's fighting. He has no idea who he's fighting, but he knows he has a fight May 25th. What's 1 week more? We're talking about the bounty hunter, folks. Straight out of USA, Nevada. Michael the Bounty Hunter. Thank you for your time and support. See you on the next one.